put you on. All right, let's move straight to our next conversation. A stitch in time, they say, saves 9. So it seems for pro-chancellors of federal universities who have urged the federal government to urgently address unresolved issues with the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU. Speaking after a meeting in Abuja, the pro-chancellors expressed deep concern over lingering issues including unpaid salaries, unfulfilled agreements and funding gaps in the university system. The group urged the government to re-engage with ASUU to avoid disruptions to academic activities and prevent another crisis. Here we go again. But let's break it down. The pro-chancellors are talking. What specific action or commitment are the pro-chancellors recommending to the federal government to avert another strike?
No, these are pro-chancellors of state universities.
State universities.
States.
And when we are talking about ASUU, yes, both the state universities
and the federal
universities are bound together by ASUU and the commitment to the struggle. The demands of the academic staff is a long-standing one. They renegotiate, they're asking for the implementation of the renegotiated 2009 agreement. The 2009 agreement was reached because of the quantum of money that will be needed to implement it. Only a fraction of it, a fraction of the commitment was made.
Okay.
Government released a little money for the freshening up of infrastructure in universities, which was one of the key demands.
Yes.
Even this matter of proliferation of universities was also part of the issues that they raised. Now, over time, governments became lethargic about implementing this demands,
2009.
This agreement. They then said, okay, let's renegotiate it.
Okay.
From time to time, let's renegotiate it. Some of the demands may have become too difficult to implement, but let's renegotiate. They then renegotiated. 2 times, the Buhari regime set up committees to renegotiate.
Okay.
The Musa Jibrin committee. Musa Jibrin was registrar of NUC. So he was well grounded in the university system. He came up with some recommendations. The same government that set up the panel refused to implement his recommendations.
Right.
So, meaning that you simply wasted his time and the time of other panelists. After that, the same government set up the Neme Briggs Committee. Neme Briggs Committee also came up with some recommendations, including salaries of academic staff. Again, the recommendations were not implemented. Even the court order that IPPIS, which is by nature unitary, a university system is not unitary in nature. You cannot create a situation in which the payment structure or salaries and all that will be unitary. You can't have that. There's nowhere in the world that I know that that is done. And we challenge people, even those who are supporting it, that you cannot tell your employer how to pay your this thing. And we have said, look, university lecturers going for sabbatical and those academic programs is a natural thing. When I was in the university, we had lecturers from even Europe. Because we had the Department of Modern European Languages. Some of those lecturers came from Europe. Sabbatical, it could be 1 whole year. If based on IPs, if you go on any academic program, you went on sabbatical visitation, nobody will pay your salary.
Exactly.
The court is only recognizes the fact that you
your
be paid where
you work.
Even a VC cannot hire a gardener.
Really?
Because the IBBIS must capture the person, otherwise he pays with his own money. This, and when the court, industrial court, ruled that you cannot forcibly enroll academic staff on IPPIS, do you know how long it took before they even considered implementing that? Some of these actions provoke these lecturers. And these Pro-Chancellors are saying, we can't, our country's education system cannot survive another round of disruptions. Let these disruptions not happen. We too, that is how we feel. And this is the reason many people do not even want their children to go to public universities, because of these disruptions. Somebody told me a story, a moving story, and I really felt for the boy. He lost, because he lost 3 years in the university, there was an opportunity to work somewhere.
Yeah.
He had become 27-year-old, and they said no.
Because of the age.
Yes,
the age ceiling.
The
age ceiling is 26. And he burst into tears in front of his interviewers.
Lost an opportunity.
It wasn't his fault. He lost 3 years in school. 3 years. So we are saying, no, let's not have this. And there are demands. They want clear commitment on improved salaries. What do you want to do about improved salaries? They want condition of service revisited. They want funding of universities and autonomy. We've been talking about this autonomy for some time. They want a review of the laws governing the National Universities Commission. And the Pro-Chancellors are now saying, look, one way to do this is increase budgetary allocation to the education sector. They do that annually, review.
I agree.
Incrementally, let there be sufficient funding for the university system. As we are talking here now, non-academic staff today.
Yeah, they are exactly. They're warming up.
Is that what we want to see?
We don't want that.
We know that ASUU Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not create this problem. He didn't. But government is a continuum.
Sure.
He has now inherited some of these ugly liabilities. He has no choice. If he solves these problems, conclusively, since he said he does not want to see strikes.
Yeah, he said 4 years will be 4 years.
If he solves these problems, people will give him credit. I'm not talking about his enemies. The people do not see anything good in him. Whether he likes it or not, they will not give him credit. We know that. No, we are, it's just like us.
Yes, of course.
It's just like somebody like me. No matter what I say,
what is it? They can never.
Exactly. They will say nobody is watching journalists hangout. And journalists hangout, we will see journalists hangout even on YouTube views.
With lots of exactly.
What are we talking about? So we know that they won't give you credit even if you do it. But do it for posterity.
Absolutely.
Do it not because you want human praise. Mahatma Gandhi said nothing diminishes him more than human praise. He does, so whatever he does, he doesn't want you to be impressed by him.
All right, then, gentlemen, we need to go. We need to go on this quick break, and when we return, the conversation continues. Don't go away. It's still Journalist Hangout. All right, still Journalist Hangout. I still have BK right here and ASUU James. ASUU, I just want you to just quickly touch on this matter. If this strike is not averted, what's the impact on the students, the election? What's the impact?
Well, it will be devastating, you know, because I know this. The president actually said that he doesn't want strike anymore in universities, and from what ASUU has been asking for, I feel it is something that this president has to sit down, the government has to sit down to see the ones they can implement. I've spoken with a couple of lecturers, and they are saying that yes, the president actually made those commitments, but the only thing left It's just implementation. You know, just listen to what VKO said. They were recommendations.
But why set up a committee? You know, they come up with recommendations.
So maybe those committees, maybe in the past, maybe in the past they were just setting up those committees just to douse tension.
Or to keep the can down the road.
But right now, we are talking about the future of our children.
Sure.
So we need to make sure that we get it right. If you made commitments and you said, oh, these are the you set up a committee and then they bring out recommendations. Make sure that you implement those things. And the ones you cannot implement, you can call them back. I keep saying it. It's not just about setting up committees.
Sure.
You call them back and say, okay, we have seen what you recommended. We can do number 1, number 4, number 5.
Okay.
But the other ones, just give us some time. Let us see how we can do it. Because some of the lecturers are saying the tax deductions, even in the salaries that they are collecting, is killing. You cannot give somebody money on the right with the right hand and you are collecting on the left hand. It's killing. Imagine even a lecturer collecting 200,000 in a month.
That's sad.
And
how much does a professor earn?
Some state universities, the professors are even earning 600K.
That's sad.
Not even up to $1 million. So by the time you listen to their salaries, you'll be shocked. So what we should be looking is try to avert another strike.
BKO talked about mass funding in the education sector.
Benga, I went to a state university, and I know how we are cramped into one hall. That sometimes we are like 2,000, one lecturer.
I know. And
then you won't even hear what the lecturer was saying, but you know that, oh, by hope, you will pass it. You will pass the subject. That course. You will pass the course. So but right now we need a situation whereby once we have a university, we should know that university is university, and that is why the private universities are trying to absorb, all these issues and trying to avert them. So many parents are going through a lot to see that their children get the best.
Absolutely.
And the best is taking them to private universities. But we want the state university and the federal universities to function well,
just that it was back then.
Yes, is it not the federal university that we heard that? We heard that back then. When BKO them, they were still enjoying.
Yeah, they were eating the chicken and all.
I didn't make chicken.
Oh, you didn't eat the chicken.
You see, you can see.
Unfortunately, I didn't make chicken.
So when
people
they
used to do those days now, they would just it was 50 kobo at that time, 50 kobo per meal ticket, complete with chicken, sometimes eggs and all that. They will now gather money if they want to do party. They will gather money and go and buy several plates. So there are friends that they've invited, even from outside the university. They will have rice, they will have chicken.
You see?
School food from the school refectory was what they used to. And in those days, they have refrigerators, in the hostels. So just put your water, it was Obasanjo that came and removed that's the subsidy, feeding subsidy,
So, but BKO, you talked about more funding. Like how many % of the budget?
No, it depends. It depends. I'm happy now that they've even frozen.
The proliferation.
Yes, frozen the setting up of new universities. But people are even saying even the private universities should be affected. Those ones too are becoming too many and all that. So they are saying now. And some state universities are asking to even be enrolled on TET fund and even L fund. I don't see how that the program is meant for the downtrodden. It shouldn't be what children whose parents are paying as much as 2 million.
Not for private use, exactly.
So now, what it depends on how many tertiary institutions you are catering to. That's what determine the quantum of the budget and the projects, your plans for the coming year. For example, if we are saying that there's a need to do something about the infrastructure of especially those first generation universities, you need to see some pictures. You vomit.
Exactly.
You throw up. If we have to do that, then we should be ready to commit so much money. Infrastructure GOPS funds If you are to build hostels now, you know, it costs a lot of money, but some schools have found a way around it. They are allowing the private sector to come into their premises and build those hostels. I went to Ilorin, my school recently, and I saw new hostels.
Yes.
You know, they are modern. Of course, it will cost a lot of money, but parents are prepared to pay. They know that University of Ilorin, they hardly go on strike.
Yes.
You know, until recently, they didn't go on strike. So, and they are sure that their awards will finish in good time, and the education that they will get is qualitative. So it all depends. There's no way, but they can, nothing stops us, for example, to say, let's start by even meeting the UNESCO threshold.
Okay.
You know, in terms of what percentage of the budget should go to education. We need to start from there.
Some are saying
some states,
26%.
you know, some states, I know 20%. That during Masari's time as Katsina governor, he exceeded the UNESCO threshold. So it's not impossible, even at federal level. Let us do it. We'll start from there, and that shouldn't even be our target. We should be able to even go above that.
All right, we have Ade calling in from London. Ade, go ahead.
Yes, I think we thank God that we have a very good president, a listening president who cares about education. So, like Babajide said, it's not his fault, but government continues. In UK yesterday, a 14-year-old girl graduated with first class from Middlesex University. It was on BBC television. 14 years old. I was telling my wife, if this 14 years old were to be in Nigeria, maybe it would still be in SS3. In England, imagine many of that type of that girl. So their vision should not be killed or destroyed.
All right.
So government should appeal to our president to do something about this, so that our children can achieve their aim and vision in future.
All right, then, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, I just hope that this strike will be averted. And all right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next